A white coach made a strange gesture. Then he told his pitcher, throw the ball straight at this batter's face, just because he was black. The very next moment, the baseball came flying straight toward his face. He tried to protect himself, slipped, and fell to the ground. Everyone knew it was done on purpose, but not a single person stood up for him. Even his own teammates started laughing at him. Then the pitcher threw the second ball. He fell again. The opposing coach started laughing at him. With no other choice, he got back on his feet. By now, his heart was filled with fear. The third time, when a normal pitch came, he no longer had the strength to swing the bat. He barely managed to make contact. The ball slowly floated into the air, and the fielder standing in front caught it with ease. Just like that, he was out. But even after that, the opposing coach kept insulting him. Filled with anger, he gripped the bat tightly. The crowd thought he was about to attack someone, but he controlled his anger and quietly walked off the field. Out in the hallway, he let all his frustration out. But the team's owner had complete faith that this very player could win the hearts of black people. So he returned to the field. The opposing coach was still shouting insults at him, but this time, it didn't affect him at all. He hit a brilliant shot and sprinted all the way to first base. The entire stadium erupted in cheers for him. Then, running at full speed, he made it back to home plate and helped his team win the game. But the opposing coach still refused to stop. He openly mocked black players in front of everyone. This time, the team owner was furious. He exposed the coach's racist mindset in the newspapers. Soon, people across the country began to hate that coach. In the end, he was forced to publicly apologize to that player. When the player saw the hatred on the coach's face, he picked up a bat and handed it to him. Then the two of them posed together for a photograph, which is now considered one of the most famous pictures in baseball history. The next game began. As soon as he stepped onto the field, the white fans started insulting him again. Even little children joined in and mocked him. But this time, he ignored every single word. Then the team captain walked up to him and encouraged him to stay strong. The boy who had mocked him before now lowered his head in shame. As soon as the game started, an opposing player deliberately stepped on his foot. Even then, he refused to give up. He endured the pain, got back on his feet, and with his incredible speed, led his team to another victory. Now, people of every race began standing by his side. The team reached the finals. But even in the final, the opposing pitcher kept making fun of him. Then, he threw the ball straight at his face. He fell to the ground again. But this time, all of his teammates immediately ran over to him. For the first time, he realized he was no longer alone. Now, he was no longer afraid of anyone's hatred or provocation. On the very next pitch, he smashed an incredible home run. Then, with a completely calm expression, he slowly walked back to home plate. Because of him, his team won the championship. This time, people of every race were cheering only for him. This is a true story. Do you know the name of this legendary player? If you do, be sure to tell us in the comments.